Toddy? What have I done? What have I done? What is going on here? Good afternoon, good beautiful afternoon from Grand Rapids, Michigan to you. It has to start. No more excuses. I just sold a bike. I'll pop it up on a screen here for 60 bucks. Bought it off of Facebook for 30, just flipped it locally. Thought I was going to take it apart and sell it for parts, but didn't really want to at all. So that forced me to start the cleanup, and the cleanup needs to happen before we can do anything with that space. So most of this is just boxes, literally boxes and some packing material and some stuff. But it really isn't that bad in here. I mean, it looked bad because you had all those boxes piled up, but most of this stuff in here is really just stuff that needs to be organized, and then we need to figure out what to do with it. So there's a couple of vintage bikes in here, a modern and a vintage one that we just have to get listed locally. Some books, really nothing crazy. There's like a piece of furniture in there that a couple of like, what are those things next to the bed? Bed stand furniture things, put your beer next to, I don't know, but I want to refinish them because they're nice. But anyways, it's just time to get the stuff organized and moved. So we're gonna put in a couple of hours today, because later on today our good friend AJ is giving us a whole bunch of free inventory. AJ and I started talking about reselling about 19 months ago, and since we've both done it, and he actually went into more the sports card, collectible cards world, and he's done really well there. And he's kind of getting away from the bulky and the daily routine, the grind of reselling on eBay. So he's offered for us to go and grab a lot of inventory for free. So we'll go pick that up later, and I'll show you what we got and what we're going to resell. Until then, we're going to put in some time to get this organized as much as possible today, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So the first step is just organizing boxes. So these are going to be recycled. This is like scrap wood and not related to reselling. Big boxes, wide boxes, dog, smaller boxes, more boxes. So once these are organized, we're going to just put them up in the loft, which is up there. We'll just make some room to the side and just temporarily hold boxes for now until we figure all that out. We have all this space over here we can utilize as well. The next step after that's done is going to be figuring out what's what. All the personal stuff, tools, pottery stuff, landscaping stuff, hiking stuff, outdoor stuff, all that needs to go in the shed, whoops, which is over here. So we built the shed last year, and the hope is to put everything that's personal in here and get everything that's resale out of here. So right now we had a huge buyout of vintage toys, so I'll have to show you that in a different video. So all of this stuff is vintage toys here, some current inventory, some more vintage toys, some inventory that's seasonal. So all this needs to go in the garage, which is going to be reseller dedicated. All of this is unprocessed inventory as well, and then all of our personal stuff needs to come in here. So that's kind of the big project, is converting this space to personal and getting everything else to the garage. That was the whole point of building that shed. So anyways, once the boxes are done, it'll give us a little bit more space to work with, and then we're just going to start transferring stuff that's personal over, vice versa, and just start clearing this thing out. Okay, boxes have been moved all the way up there now. So all the boxes are in the up corner, they're up there. Next up, separating personal stuff versus resale stuff. All the resale stuff will go in one corner, personal stuff will go in the other corner. Then we get an idea of what we have, and then we need to say trash, keep, recycle, and so on and so forth. So let's get that done. here's the progress. Pretty straightforward, right? Not much to it, just moving a bunch of stuff around. The story is that this part of the garage where we now have stuff again had to all be cleared so that the loft can go in. Now that the loft is in, all of this stuff from here needs to go back over here so that we can demo this and get all of this ready, because this is going to be our eBay room, right? Our entire garage is being converted into our eBay business. There's plenty of room in here for everything: photography, packaging, listing, all that fun stuff, a little office area. It just needs to be organized. So I'm sure you can see the potential. There's plenty of space here as well. So I'm gonna keep moving stuff around, get the stuff organized. And then over here, so far, all of this here is resale stuff, all the way up until the snowblower, and this is all personal stuff. And we still need to go through some of it as well. But a lot of this is just unfinished projects, untested stuff that we got for free, stuff that we got super cheap, etc., etc. Except for this stuff. This is from a recent estate sale. We just need to get it up, especially this golf bag tote thing on wheels, because it's spring season, right, for golfing. And then some books, some really nice electronics, some Bose speakers that I picked up recently, some Sony speakers, surround sound, all that good stuff. So this is really good inventory. Some free TVs that we picked up, just need to be tested and cleaned up. So plenty of work to go. And I'm sharing this with you guys for a couple of reasons. One, I'm really motivated right now just doing this YouTube video to get this stuff done. And two, just to kind of show you the progress, right? We've been documenting this since basically day one, and I want you guys to see that, you know, it's not without these long days, these painful days of getting stuff moved around, clean, listed. And look, I get it. You guys might be in a similar situation where you have a bunch of stuff in your house or your garage or whatever. It's not just you. This reselling game is pretty tricky. You just have to keep getting better, keep improving, keep organizing, get to the point where you're comfortable. And that takes sacrifice, and part of that sacrifice is your space, right? That's just part of it. And no one is perfect out there. And I just want to show you that we're not perfect. We have room to improve, room to grow, so on and so forth. Let's keep going. So now that we can see the floor in here, we need to start organizing all of our personal stuff. And a lot of this is just like scrap and lots of trash, but definitely some tools and stuff like that that we need to get into the shed. So now I'm moving more boxes, and everything that's reseller related, I need to move up to the loft or make space down here so we can get that shed cleared out. So inside the shed, we have everything that's our personal stuff is up here, like scaffolding and extra wood. And our house is super old, and it's older than anyone sitting and watching this video. So that's the original siding that's made out of old redwood, California redwood. So we definitely keep our scraps, and we need to repair some of the siding. So now all of the stuff that's reseller related, which is like 90% in here, that needs to move into the garage, so then we can start organizing this space for our personal stuff. So we have couple of these shelves that I built for our tools, our gardening supplies, lawn furniture, stuff like that. So that's the next step, is getting this thing cleared out. All right, progress has been made. So take a look behind me. So all of this now in the shed has been moved. I forgot how many vintage toys I bought in that transaction. I'll show you a sneak peek of those. But now we can start organizing. Mostly this is still all reseller stuff, but I'm running out of daylight and I'm getting a little tired. So I'm going to move all this over here to this side, and then this side will be all of our stuff, so we can start clearing that. Let me show you the inside of the garage now and what I picked up from my buddy for free. So it might just look like we're moving stuff around, and right now we kind of are, but again, remember, the point is to clear all of this out so that we can demo and reconstruct this into the best state-of-the-art eBay reseller room thing ever. So this is all the stuff that we need to go through to process through and get rid of. And then up the loft. A lot of you guys are concerned about us going up and down this loft. It's fine. Remember, we're in our mid-30s. We're okay. We're healthy. We're sturdy people. We'll be fine. We'll be upgrading. As far as this ladder, it's not permanent. We're going to build a structure. We just have to get that side done first before we can figure out how we're going to efficiently get up and down here. So all of this now is up here. And we can still get to our shoes, which is important. But this pile, I know it's really hard to see, I apologize, but this pile right here, it's all vintage toys. All vintage toys over here as well. So plenty there. I'll do a video in the future on all that. There's a lot to go through, a lot to learn. It was a pretty epic score. We just haven't had the time to go through it yet. As I'm standing on this ladder, let's head out and let me show you what I picked up from our buddy. He was just getting rid of some bulky stuff that he doesn't want to mess with anymore. He gave it to us all for free, which is pretty awesome. So here's all the stuff that we got for free. There's nothing really too crazy in here. There's some decent shoes, some cycling shoes, some Specialized, which is a really good brand to look out for. Old crockpot, Harley Davidson leather bag, some other like little bags. Probably the most valuable stuff is the electronics underneath here. There's a CD player and another CD player, a sound bar, all this stuff. There's some vintage Barbie carrying cases, some vintage phones. It looks like a Garfield phone. Dirt Devil, which is always a good brand to resell as well. Just odds and ends. This thing too, I have to look it up, but it said it has definitely some value. It's 1990, made in America. It's basically just there to fill up with sand and then scare away any rodents from your yard, which is pretty cool. Might keep it, might sell it, I'm not sure. We'll see what the value is. Just odds and ends. Like I said, nothing too crazy. And any of the stuff that, you know, doesn't have a lot of value, we'll just throw it in a garage sale in the near future. And then in here we have a food processor, some glassware, which is just not worth much. Again, this is just for garage sale. I kind of just took this out of courtesy, just to help them out. I'm just gonna pop this up maybe locally, a marketplace, for like 10 bucks a box. There's not a lot of value. Some more cases, things like that. That's gonna do it for this video. I just wanted to show the reality of growing your eBay business. I know a lot of people don't talk about this part of it, the organization, the construction, the taking things apart, putting it back together, reorganizing, so on and so forth. So I think it's just important to show the reality of scaling up and growing this thing into, in the future, a multi-million-dollar business. So right now it's still small, of course, it's still out of our house, but it's probably not going to stay that way for very long. No, we have some huge announcements coming up in the very near future. Until the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on Monday night at 9 p.m. We're going to premiere our Weekend What's Sold video. Hope to see you there.
Thank you guys for watching our YouTube video. Hit the subscribe button below. Also, leave a comment. How's your organization going? Did you like this video? Do you want to see more? See you later. Thank you.